Why do you call this a 3-minute orgasm?
Well, I mean, we've been producing, all these other extended, expansive orgasms that's lasted for hours on end. And then people were saying, well, I don't have time for a 1-hour orgasm every day. But people do have 3 minutes here and there, probably more than once a day. And actually, we did this 3-minute orgasm to demonstrate that a woman could be totally gratified in 3 minutes from start to finish, from the time that I put my finger on her clitoris until I bring her down and tell her off. It's totally possible, and that's what we've been doing the whole time. We didn't expect people to go home and start producing or having 1-hour orgasm, but we did show them what was possible. And there's been many of our students, that expanded their orgasms exponentially, really, just because they knew it was possible. So we just took the other end of the thing and say, well, yeah, 1-hour orgasm is possible and totally gratifying, and so is the other end of the spectrum, which is a 3-minute orgasm, which is totally gratifying. If that's what you got, that's what you've got. If that's what you're willing to dedicate to your sex life and your partner, is 3 minutes in the morning and 3 minutes when you get home and 3 minutes before you go to bed, that's 9 more minutes orgasm than she would have had if you hadn't done that. And it will make a significant difference in her overall well-being and yours.
Oral sex, cunnilingus, fellatio. Yep, this episode is on oral sex. I've gotten a lot of emails from you guys asking all sorts of questions about oral sex. Most of them, it's some sort of problem, and some are big problems, some are small. You guys just kind of wanted a bit of insight or information. And I've responded to each of you individually, but I was thinking, maybe this would be a really great video for everyone. All the viewers who would watch, but might not send in messages or even leave comments. So, what about oral sex? Well, first of all, we're going to assume that you know what oral sex is, and you have a basic knowledge of how to do it. No, this isn't a guide on how to give oral sex. If that's what you're looking for, sorry. The other really big critique I've been getting is that these videos aren't arousing. Guess what? They're not meant to be. That said, I can foresee 3 main problem areas, I guess you could call it, for oral sex, which is taste, feel, and smell. If you don't like the sight or the sound it produces, your problem might go a little deeper than this video is going to address. So, let's just start off with taste. We're going to talk about both men and women here. So, a good thing for both is make sure that your partner or you have showered beforehand. Now, the worst thing you can do is say, hey baby, so just gonna let you know, if we're having oral sex tonight, you better go take a shower. Probably a major buzzkill. So instead, you can just cozy up to your honey and suggest a sexy shower for 2. Who knows, it might not even make it out of the shower. Secondly, is maybe you're just really bored with the taste of it, or you want something interesting. I highly recommend a great way to spice up your love life is to get some flavored lubes. Now, one thing you want to definitely be sure of is that if you get a flavored lube, it has absolutely no sugar in it. Some of them out there still do. And if there's sugar in it, you're not going to want to put it anywhere on her. And if it's on him, he would have to wash up and make sure it's all off of there before you had vaginal intercourse. Because any sugar up inside of her is going to cause a lot of problems. So, go out there, look for some flavored lubes. In a couple episodes past this, I'm going to actually be talking about some of my favorite ones, some that I've heard really great comments on. But go browse the internet, browse your local sex store. Some of you guys have great ones, some they're a little seedy. But the last issue is on taste is swallowing. Men and women kind of have different views on this. I've actually talked to I wouldn't say a lot. I've talked to some gay men. They actually say that swallowing isn't really an issue for them. So I guess it's kind of a straight guy thing. That they really want to see the girl swallow, and maybe that just shows that she's really into it and she's really enjoying it. But keep in mind, that's totally not a necessity. Girls, if you hate, if it hits the wrong place in your mouth and you just can't change that no matter what you try, if it has a particularly bad taste to you, you really have two options. You can either have him let you know right before he's about to come and finish off with your hand, or you can have him come in your mouth but then, immediately spit it out. And if you keep it toward the front of your mouth, you're going to have the minimal amount of taste involved. So that's taste. As for feel, a lot of times with oral sex, people complain of neck aches or just fatigue, especially men out there, because it kind of takes your girl probably a little longer than it takes you to reach orgasm. So, find a position that works for you. There are so many different possibilities. Not all of them are going to use your head in the same way. In fact, you don't even need to stay in the same position while giving oral sex the whole time. Try it one way, try another, and that's going to give different parts of your neck a rest as you go on. So, really, when it comes to feel, just find a position that's going to let both of you guys kind of put in the most minimal effort. Because that way you can focus on not trying to support yourself. You can focus on what you're doing and enjoy it. Enjoy giving and enjoy receiving. So, yeah, just don't think that just one position is the way to go. Try different things out. The last is smell. Again, this goes back to make sure you guys have taken a shower. Or flavored lubes will work with smell as well. If you guys really have a problem beyond that, there's probably something wrong going on. Whether it's an infection or, I don't know. I think this complaint is becoming more and more common because we live in a more and more sanitized kind of world. Everything has to just be bleached clean. Whereas before, or even now it can be this way, the smell itself has a ton of pheromones in it, and it can be incredibly arousing. When you know your lover's scent, their sexual scent, and you get to smell that up close, as long as they're clean and there's no infections going on, it probably shouldn't be a bad thing. Which kind of leads me into my last point, and I know I'm just touching on everything really briefly, but it's a huge topic. I'm trying to keep it short. So my last bit to say is, you know what? I've gotten a lot of emails from the ladies saying, what the heck is up? What is up with guys not giving oral sex or not doing it very often? I think women more and more are getting used to giving oral sex and that being the expected and not the taboo these days. And I think guys are kind of keeping along, but now I'm getting all these emails from women, and I'm kind of having to question that. I think that oral sex is especially if you're not doing 69 or mutually giving oral sex, one person is receiving pleasure while the other person is giving it. And sometimes it's very hard to just receive for some people, and sometimes it's very hard just to give for some people. So they get bored, they don't see the point in it. They'd much rather be doing something that made them feel good too. But the truth is, a lot of women report only being able to orgasm through oral sex. So men, by saying, yeah, you know what, I'd rather be having sex, like vaginal sex, you might be completely depriving your partner of an orgasm, or maybe just the most intense orgasm. She might be able to orgasm from intercourse, but she might even be able to orgasm more or harder or more intensely through oral sex. And so if you don't enjoy giving oral sex, or if your partner is having issue with giving oral sex and you've covered the taste, the feel, the smell, you know you're good to go, I think you really need to start questioning what kind of relationship you have, what kind of physical relationship you have, the give and take that's there. Is your partner willing to just give you pleasure without expecting it in return, like right away, like, okay, my turn, or just having to rush on to vaginal intercourse? That's only a question, you can answer, and it's only something you can judge. I'm not going to tell you it's a bad relationship if your partner is unable to just give pleasure without the promise of return. But it's something I think you need to think about. And it's something you should be able to talk about with your partner. Again, all these issues, a lot of you guys come and send me messages and you talk to me, and that's great, and I can listen, and I can give you guys some advice maybe, or just some information. You guys can do what you want with that information, but in the end, it's about talking to your partner. So, trying to wrap it up, that's my my take on oral sex. Is it's a great opportunity to show your partner that you care about how they feel, you care about their satisfaction, and experiment with it. Enjoy. That's the whole point of having a physical relationship with somebody. So, this is my last sex ed series for the month. Not that I did one before this month. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff. Next time you guys see me in an advanced sex ed issue, I'm going to be in a different location because I'm going away for the summer, but I promise I'll be around and I have more to bring you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave comments, video responses if you want. Message me if I didn't cover something. Hey, it's great. And I will be talking to you guys really soon. Again, next issue, I promise, is going to be BDSM. But I have something kind of a little more interesting maybe for you guys than just me sitting here talking to you guys on the camera. So, we'll see. I love you all. Keep the messages coming. I'll try and respond to them, although the next 2 weeks are really busy. So, if you send me a message and I don't get to it for a full 2 weeks, don't freak out. I will get to all my messages when I'm done with the chaos, which will be around May 2nd. So, I will see you guys soon. Thanks for joining me for another Advanced Sex Ed issue. I'll see you guys next time.